Most people don't realize this, but your relationship with money was already decided before you ever held a dollar in your hand. And it has nothing to do with your income, your job, or how hard you try. It's hidden in your mind, buried in a part of you that doesn't speak in logic. Carl Jung called it the shadow. And until you understand it, money will always feel just out of reach. There's this quiet frustration that many of us carry. It's not the stress of not having enough money. It's the confusion of doing everything right and still feeling stuck. Working hard, trying to stay positive, repeating affirmations, reading the books. And yet life still feels like a financial treadmill. Like no matter how far you run, you're still in the same spot. And maybe no one sees it on the outside, but on the inside, it can feel like something's broken, but it's not you, and it's not your mindset, or your effort, or your discipline. It's something far more subtle, something psychological. What if I told you that your current financial reality isn't just a result of what you do, but of what you unconsciously believe you're allowed to have? Most of us carry hidden scripts, old emotional imprints about money. We picked them up before we had language to understand them. Maybe you heard things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy, or we can't afford that. Even if you don't consciously agree with those ideas anymore, that doesn't mean they stopped running in the background. Your shadow, the part of your psyche that holds everything you've repressed or denied, still clings to those beliefs. And if it believes money will disconnect you from love, make you unsafe, or turn you into a bad person, it will quietly block your ability to receive it, and you won't even realize it's happening. You see, this isn't about manifesting tricks or hustle culture. This is about integration, about healing the inner contradictions that push away the very thing you're working so hard to attract. It's about asking, what part of me believes I don't deserve abundance? And who taught me that? Because once you bring those answers into the light, everything starts to shift. If that speaks to something in you, if you're someone who's always sensed there's more to money than numbers and hard work, then stick with me. Because in this video, we'll go deeper into the hidden emotional roots of financial resistance and how to gently rewire your reality from the inside out. And before we go on, if expanding your consciousness and healing old patterns is your thing, hit that subscribe button. Fractal wisdom is your space. You're not alone in this journey. Let's go back, way back. Not to your first job or even your first time handling money, but to the silent moments you don't even remember, where your nervous system was learning how the world works. Because that's where your money story really began. As children, we don't learn through logic, we absorb. We don't need to be taught that a flame is hot. We touch it once and the body remembers. The same goes for emotions, for love, and yes, for money. So imagine being 5 years old, watching your parents fight over bills, or asking for something at the store and hearing, "We can't afford that," again and again. No one had to tell you money was stressful or limited. You felt it, and that feeling got stored deep down in your subconscious. Now here's the thing, Carl Jung was really trying to show us. We don't create our beliefs, we inherit them. We soak them in from the emotional environment around us, especially during our early, most sensitive years. And unless we've consciously questioned them, they still live in us. You might be an adult trying to build wealth now, but part of you is still 5 years old, sitting in the back seat, listening to grown-ups stress about money, learning that money means anxiety, conflict, maybe even abandonment. And so, years later, when money starts to flow your way, something strange happens. You feel anxious, you sabotage, you accidentally overspend, undercharge, or avoid the very things that would bring abundance closer. It's not a mindset issue, it's a nervous system issue. Your body is just trying to protect you from what it thinks is dangerous. That's the paradox. We crave freedom, but we're terrified of the unknown. We say we want overflow, but our subconscious only knows how to survive in scarcity. That's the map it's been following. So when you try to break that pattern, it can feel like walking through fog, like something invisible is pushing back. Carl Jung would say, that's your shadow trying to protect the image you've built of yourself, the image of the good person who sacrifices, or the humble one who never asks for too much. But here's the truth. You can't grow past something you're still identified with. If a part of you believes being poor makes you good, or that suffering earns you love, or that asking for more makes you greedy, then abundance isn't just uncomfortable, it's identity-threatening. And your unconscious will do everything it can to pull you back to what feels familiar, even if that familiar place is struggle. That's why you can read all the money books, take all the courses, do all the mindset work, and still feel stuck. Because healing doesn't happen at the level of logic, it happens at the level of identity, of integration. Carl Jung believed the shadow isn't evil, it's protective. It holds the parts of you that got rejected, misunderstood, or shamed, and so it hides them away, not to harm you, but to keep you safe. According to the rules you once learned, if you grew up in a home where being too much got you punished or ignored, your shadow might have hidden your ambition. If money caused chaos, your shadow might have decided it's safer to push it away than to risk conflict. It's not sabotage, it's safety. But here's the cost. The more you push those parts down, the more life feels stuck in neutral. You're moving, but not arriving. Trying, but not receiving. Healing begins when you stop fighting the shadow and start listening to it. Now let's shift something. Instead of asking, why am I so bad with money? Try asking, what part of me believes money isn't safe? And what is it trying to protect me from? You might be surprised by what shows up. Sometimes it's a scared little kid who just wants to keep the peace. Sometimes it's an inner critic that thinks rejection will hurt less if you stay small and unseen. These parts aren't wrong. They're outdated. They were formed during a different chapter of your life, a time when your nervous system made the best choices it could with the information it had. But you're not that person anymore, and that's where the opening begins. So how do you actually begin to shift this? It starts with relationship, not control, not forcing, not fixing, but curiosity, compassion, and presence. When a part of you resists money, don't judge it, don't override it. Just pause, get still, ask it, what do you need me to understand? Write it down. Listen like it's a child telling you its truth. You might discover it's been trying to protect you from being judged, or from being seen as selfish, or from becoming like someone you swore you'd never be. Now, pause here. If that part could trust that you see it, and you love it anyway, what would change? Because that's the doorway. When the shadow feels acknowledged, not shamed, not banished, it starts to soften. It starts to trust. And that's when transformation begins, not just mentally, but emotionally, somatically, spiritually. And now, we'll explore how to rewrite these deep inner agreements so you're no longer unconsciously pushing money away, but actually creating the safety inside yourself to receive it fully. Because the goal isn't just to have money. The goal is to feel safe having it, to feel worthy of keeping it, and to feel free in a life where abundance doesn't cost you your peace. Let's be honest. Most of us aren't trying to get rich just to count zeros in a bank account. We want what money represents: freedom, safety, choice, peace, the ability to take care of our loved ones, to rest without guilt, to invest in what lights us up. But here's the emotional truth. If we carry an internal agreement that says, having more means losing something, we'll keep ourselves just close enough to survival to feel safe, but never enough to feel truly secure. This is what Carl Jung meant when he said, People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. So let's face it, gently and lovingly. Let's look at the part of you that still thinks abundance isn't safe. Start by asking, what are the unspoken rules I've been living by when it comes to money? Some examples you might uncover. If I have more, others will have less. If I become wealthy, people will expect too much from me. If I succeed, I'll be alone. If I receive too much, I'll lose myself. These beliefs often live below the surface. They feel like emotional instincts, not thoughts you choose, but truths you feel. And because they live in your subconscious, you obey them like a sacred contract, even when they keep you small. The key to rewriting these? First, bring them into the light. Then, offer them an upgrade. Ask, what could I believe now if I were truly free to choose? Instead of, having more makes me greedy, how about, having more allows me to give more, rest more, and create more beauty in the world? Instead of, I'll be judged, how about, the right people will celebrate my success, and the ones who don't were never safe to begin with? And this isn't about plastering over fear with fake positivity. It's about renegotiating with your nervous system, rebuilding inner trust. So now let's talk about how to actually feel safe with money, not just think about it. Because again, this isn't just mental, it's somatic. Your body has memory, your nervous system has its own language. And to shift your relationship with money, you have to teach your body that abundance is safe now. Here's how to start. Number 1, micro rehearsals. Spend 5 minutes a day visualizing yourself receiving more. But don't just see the number, feel the experience. Imagine opening your account and seeing a balance you've never seen before. Watch your breath. What changes? Do you feel relaxed or tense? Whatever comes up is a clue. If you feel discomfort, don't fight it. Breathe into it. Remind your body, it's okay, we're safe now. This is how you rewire from the inside out. Number 2, relational healing. Talk to the part of you that's scared of money. Yes, literally. Ask it, what are you afraid will happen if we succeed? What would help you feel safer about receiving more? Is there something you need me to release or forgive? Give that part a voice. Write it down. Listen. Then gently offer a new message. Thank you for protecting me all these years, but I'm ready now. I'm safe to grow. Number 3, surround yourself with new evidence. Your environment reflects and reinforces what you believe. Start spending time around people, online or in real life, who are abundant, generous, and emotionally healthy. People who normalize thriving without guilt. Let your nervous system get used to that energy. Your shadow doesn't need more shame. It needs new examples of what's possible. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more yourself. The version of you that was buried under old stories. The one who isn't afraid to shine, to be supported, to have more than enough. Because abundance isn't just about income, it's about feeling relaxed in your skin. It's about saying yes to your needs without shrinking. It's about building a life that reflects your worth, not your wounds. Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And maybe money is just one path into that deeper becoming. So, as we close this journey, ask yourself, what am I ready to stop apologizing for? What part of me is finally ready to be free? You don't need to force your way into wealth. You need to feel worthy of receiving it. And that begins now. If this video helped you feel seen, if it unlocked something quiet but powerful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Send it to someone whose heart needs this message. And subscribe to Fractal Wisdom if you're walking the path of mental, emotional, and spiritual healing. This is a space where your depth is welcome, your journey matters, and your abundance is sacred. You're not broken, you're remembering who you are. And that is where the real wealth begins.